Ooh, what's happening, man? Uh, I'm not finna do this long. Let me turn this shit down, bro. This shit in my ear, man. Hey, what's up with y'all, man? What is going on with y'all, bro? And by y'all, I'm using that in a collective colloquialism. I don't mean you specifically, the person that's watching this at whatever time you watch it. Just like, I always got an earbud in, right? I'm always listening to something. Uh, Sometimes it's lectures. Sometimes it might be some fucking music. But I'm always listening to something. And I force myself to watch or listen to stuff that's off-putting to me when I see it. Like, if I see a video and I feel like I don't agree with the title, or if I feel like the title is offensive to my ego or my sensibilities, I go watch it because I wanna make sure that I'm not judging a book by its cover, or that I understand what perspective they're coming from, or that I understand the perspective, period, right? There's too much channeling. Y'all are channeling too much shit, bruh. Like, and by that I mean I believe in channeling. I think that is a real capability. I think it's a real phenomena, but I think it goes along with something that I've noticed about real shit. Real shit is hidden, and sometimes I talk about how it's time to cut that shit out. All this occult stuff needs to be brought into the open, and I still believe that. But at the same time, I see why, because there's too much goofiness. There's too much goofiness. If I'm one of the beings that does real shit, that can do real magic, not psychology, not working on your mental and using all these phrases to cloak it, not that kind of magic, real magic. Or if I know real stuff from experience, which other people can't, you're not, unless I choose to show you, if I can even, because we don't have that much control yet. If I choose to show you that, then how is it that how can fuck, man, how can I make you know the truth is the truth without showing you? And a lot of people don't have the capability to control this shit yet. They might do some shit and be like, fuck, let me try to do this shit again so I can show people. Because that's how we are. We want to show other people instead of being like, oh shit, I can do this shit, and just keep working at it. That being said, sidebar, if I happen to pop some shit off, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all knowing about it. I'm going to keep trying to make that shit work. I'm going to try to make it do what it do. But, which, that's not an absolute. There are a few people that I fuck with, so I'm gonna tell you. If it's you watching, or you already know, I'm finna be like, hey, bro, look what I can fucking do. But this channeling shit is out of hand, bro. Y'all are fucked in the head by money. Y'all are fucked up over this money. There are too many, like over half of the shit that I listen to or watch is people speaking as if they know things for sure. They know it to be true. And on one hand, you can say, "Oh, well, you gotta know." Every time I get into this debate with somebody, their cult training starts popping out, and they're like, "Well, I know this from within, so it's true." And it's like that. Yeah, that's true for you, but you don't say that. You talk to other people and tell them that it's true for them. And then you get up visibly, noticeably upset if they stick to themselves. If they stick to themselves and say, that's cool for you, bro, but I don't think I believe that. Until you can show it to me, or until you can at least give me something to help me to get to where you're at, that's good for you. there's so many Yodas right now. There's so many Yodas, and they're not real Yodas. And then, like, it may be a synchronicity or some shit. I don't know what it is. But I talk about some shit, and then I start seeing it. I've been talking about, like, this specific topic because it bothers me more than most. It almost bothers me more than the opposition, you know? And I say ops because y'all niggas like that terminology, opposition. The people that are doing this shit to us, y'all help them by doing this. You're confusing your own people by asserting your imagination on other people. And imagination is powerful. So you are creating an egregore for some people and detouring them. You're throwing them off their own path to bring them on your path. Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you do that? If you want to present information, present it as like, hey, this is what I've found. Be truthful. I honestly don't have any like tangible proof of this. This is just me channeling. And then touch on that more. Me channeling is really aspects of myself. Y'all don't do that though. You pretend that these are other beings coming into you. And some of you, maybe it is. Maybe it is. But like, just like y'all, I gotta go with my intuition, bruh. And some of y'all are full of shit, man. Some of y'all are full of shit. And it's disappointing. You disappoint me. And true, you don't have to give a fuck what I think, but that doesn't change that you disappoint me. You know? Like, this shit being so... It's been made into a commodity. And I just listen to people babble their fan fiction. And a lot of the time, it doesn't even come from them. They say they're channeling some shit, but then you can go find their muse. You can go find the people that they're getting this stuff from. And it's fine that you do that. That's what it's kind of supposed to be, you know? Because to be honest with you, I don't think many people are getting these like downloads the way they think they are. And I've talked about this before. There are videos up talking about HARP. If you want to go watch them, it'll explain more about what I mean. But you niggas is hearing voices and thinking that shit is source, or thinking that shit is the ancestors or aliens or whatever the fuck. It's not. Most of the time, it's not. It's you're being preyed on, which is in turn it's making you, which is in turn allowing you and making you prey on other people. It's like getting molested. Y'all niggas getting your brains molested, and then you turn around and do the same shit to other people. The shit is crazy. The shit is crazy. And like I said, I'm in no way am I saying I know that I can say, well, you're fake and you're fake. You're cool, you not fake. But I'm watching you though. I'm not doing that. I'm going off of what I feel. I can hear it in the way you talk. I can hear it in your tactics. It's like you're trained to do this. Whether you're self-trained or, I mean, a lot of the time, people that do palm readings and channelings and shit, somebody taught you that shit. Somebody taught you that shit, and it's predatory. It's cold reading. It's psychology. It's social media. You can go look people up on social media and find out little tidbits, and then have them talking about themselves like you the one that brought it up to them. And then later on, when it's time to pay up, they're like, man, I can't believe you brought all that out of me. This shit is crazy, bruh. This shit is crazy. I'm watching this shit like everybody's so traumatized and hurt and sad and ready for a change that it's easy for you niggas to do this shit. It's easy for you. And you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. And you think that because you know a little bit about the downfalls and the misinterpretations of spirituality and the manipulations of religion, you think that there's no atonement. But you gonna atone for this shit, bro. There's other people like me that see what you doing. Some of them have way more capability than I do. And I'm not done yet, so I'm going to have more capability. I'm just saying, you're going to have to see people over this shit, bro. You're going to have to see us over this. Like, it's wild to watch y'all do this. It's wild to watch y'all do this. And if a person has discernment and they can take your readings and your palm readings and, you know, your gematria readings and all this shit and kind of take it as just another perspective and not completely change the trajectory of their life from it, cool. I'm cool with that. Take in as many perspectives as you can, because that's the only way you're going to figure this shit out or even start to. But that's not what's happening. I'm seeing people devote their entire being to these people's words. They hang on their every word. They worship them like fucking gods. They fight with niggas in the comments when people even just ask a question like, hey, how you know that? They don't even have to respond because you niggas respond. That's wild. What the fuck? It's... I don't know, man. I wonder sometimes, is it just like the way the shit crumbles? And because I talked about before how this indoctrination and psyop shit works. In fact, I just talked about that in the last video, I think. So maybe you're not doing, some of y'all aren't doing this shit on purpose. And matter of fact, I can say that for sure. Some of y'all are not doing this shit on purpose. I can tell in the way that you talk. You just want to help people. But I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, because if that's how you feel and you feel like you're doing the right thing, you still on a journey. You're going to learn more and you're going to look back and be like, fuck, man, I was just telling people what to do. That's not what my job is. Fine. That's cool. Because we all grow. I didn't start off thinking the way that I think right now. My shit is rewiring. It's really interesting to watch and to go through. But again, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to these niggas that know exactly what they're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. Like, this shit is still going in my ear. I'm not going to say who I'm talking about, but the shit is live on YouTube right now. And I think I have spoken on her before. And I kind of like... I fuck with some of the shit that she says, but still, it don't matter. If you do a little bit of good, that's like a human trafficker or pimps passing out fucking turkeys on a holiday. That don't make you okay. That don't make the shit you do okay, man. Just because you do a little bit of good or you say a little bit of truth. That's honestly how cult leaders work. You use a little bit of truth and stretch that shit to your favor. I gotta rewind and listen to this shit more, but I can't stand this shit, bro, y'all. I be trying to stay on a base level and not make this loosh for these goofy ass niggas to eat. But I love y'all, man. I can't help it. When I hear shit like this, I get hot. I get mad. I'm just ready for this shit to get cracking so I can get at y'all niggas for this shit, man. Alright.